wide stance คุมต่อสู้ทำ You see the stance all the time in combative style fighting. So wider stance allow you to be heavier on your foundation, on your base. This also great in weapon training such as double swords or single swords. This common use in close range fight. For example, my opponent wrestle with me or grab me. What I want to do first thing first is to be on wider stance. So get my foundation heavy so I don't get a sweep down or get break down to the floor. Now let's see what it look like on when we practice with your partner. Anytime when someone grab you or you grab somebody, for example, you're going to do a hook, right? I go up and I grab. So from here, what your opponent going to see, right? As you're going to see, is you see my leg that you can grab and you can take down. See it? Now, what I want to keep in mind is now I have one stance, like a lot wider stance. So my opponent cannot grab both legs. So he cannot grab me down and take both legs. So he have to work. All right. If he trying to reach for the second leg, that means he get a lot lower, like too low. This is the example. My opponent doing hook, and I'm going to walk in. And this is an elbow. In traditional Muay Thai, defense is offense. So by slide in, there are two things I'm doing here. I'm using my forearm. In traditional Muay Thai, your forearm is called pahu. Pahu. You come across this a lot in traditional Muay Thai, like pahu yut, pahu weapon, something like that. Pahu is this part from this side, the edge of your foot, down to your elbow on the side. So this is pahu. So when I slide in, notice I right away use this part of my arm, attack my opponent. There are two targets that you can attack, which is actually there are three. But to use your forearm, you're going to use your forearm, hit the wrist, hit the elbow to elevate it up. And this one not really using your forearm, but using your elbow, and it's what brought it up as well is your elbow. To usually when we practice, we go right to the socket, but this one in Muay Mai Muay Thai used for the clavicle, the bone right here. So that's first weapon. That's first strike, and this is my second strike. If you notice that I come in, I close my ear right away, and that's the elbow, right? Now come back to our stance. After I strike, I press my opponent down. I want to have wider base as much as I could. All right. One, I don't want my opponent to grab my leg, lift or take me down. Right. Your opponent can grab your leg, but you want to at least keep one leg to be free. All right. As long as you have one leg free, you can move and you can navigate. And if you have your stance more narrow, right? Your opponent can grab two legs. I am in that situation right here. So anytime you get in fighting close range, get your base wider. All right. So being wider is also being mean the shoulder width wider, and on the back side, the shoulder width front and back this way or wider.